the fourth column we have to find out Q and as well as R. And indicates the conjunction. So in the condition of the conjunction is of, if the first statement is of true and the second statement is also of true, then the conjunction will be of true. Then now, but we have to see under the Q and as well as R statements. Q is under the second column and R is under the third columns. We have to see second and the third columns. So since it is conjunction, true is true. So here we have to search for T and T in second and third columns. So T and T will be of T. Whereas here, let us search for T and T, whereas in this column, in this row, T and T is there, we can write it as true, and whereas none other. And the remaining all will be of false. Then now, we have to find out P, R, Q and R. So here the connective in between the two statements, that is P and as well as the bracket, that is Q and R, is of R. So R indicates the disjunction. So disjunction, in case of disjunction, the condition is of, if the first statement is of false and the second statement is also of false, then the disjunction also will be of false. Then now, so the statement P is of under the column number 1 and Q and R is under the column number 4. Then now, in order to find out the disjunction of these two conditions, these two simple statements, so here we have to search for F and F under the columns P and Q and R, that is first column and as well as the fourth column. So F and F. So here first one is T and T. So here T and F, F and F is, here it is of F and F. Whereas here it is of F and T, whereas here it is of F and F. So here first one, the truth value of statement P is of false, and whereas the truth value of the statement, that is Q and R, is also of false. So the conjunction of these two statements will be of false. Then similarly here it is also of false and false, the conjunction also will be of false. Whereas here it is of false and false, therefore the conjunction is also of false and false. Then now, then the remaining will be of true. Then in the next column we have to find out P or Q. So here R indicates the disjunction. So in case of disjunction, the condition is of, if first statement is of true and the next statement is also of true. So here in case of disjunction, if the first statement is of false and then the second statement is also of false, then the disjunction also will be of false. So that is disjunction of the two statements, that is P and as well as Q, is also of false. Then now we have to see under the columns, that is P and as well as Q. Statement P is under column number 1 and statement Q is under the column number 2. Then now we have to find out the disjunction. We have to search for F and F in first and second columns. So it is of T and T, so it is of F and T, and it is of F and T. Here it is of F and F. So F and F, then the disjunction will be of F. Whereas in the last two, so F and F, so the disjunction will be of F. And whereas the remaining all will be of true. And the similar manner we have to find out P or R. So here R is the connectivity between the two statements, that is P and as well as R. So here disjunction condition is of, if the first statement is of false and the second statement is also of false, then the disjunction also will be of false. Then now, so here P is under the column number 1 and the R is under the column number 3. So we have to see under the column number 1 and as well as 3. So F and F is of F. So here first of all we have to see under the column number 1, that is under the statement P. The truth value of the first statement, that is P, is of true, and the truth value of the statement, that is R, is of true. So but we need both must be of false. So here T and T, whereas here is T and F. So it is of T and F, F and T, F and F. So here the first statement, that is P, is of true, is of false, and the second statement, that is R, is also of false. So here the disjunction of the statements, that is P and as well as R, under this row is of false. Then now, so it is of false, the truth value of the statement P is of false and the truth value of the statement, that is R, is of true. So it is not possible, and the truth value of the statement, that is P, is of false, and the statement R is also of false. Therefore F and F, the disjunction also will be of F, and the remaining all will be of true. Then now let us find out the eighth column. So in our eighth column we have to find out the PRQ and PRR. The connective between these two statements is of AND. So it will come under the conjunction. In case of a conjunction, the condition is of, if first statement is of true and the second statement is also of true, then the conjunction also will be of true. So here PRQ, it lies in the under the column number 6, and PRR is lies under the column number 7. So we have to see under column number 6 and 7. So here, since it is conjunction, we have to search for T and T. First statement must be true and the second statement also must be true. Therefore, the conjunction also will be of true. So here it is of T and T. Therefore, it will be of T. Then now it is also of T and T. The conjunction also will be of T. So whereas in these three, so up to this extent, so here first statement PRQ is of true. The truth value of the PRR is also of true. Therefore, the conjunction is also of true. Whereas in this case, it is also of true because both are of true. Here also both the statements are of true. Therefore, the conjunction is also of true. Whereas in the remaining, so here one is of true, the second statement is of false. So here, whereas in the next case, first one is false and the second one is true, and the last case, first one is false and the second one is false. So here, therefore, the remaining all will be of false. But here we have to prove, or we have to show the statement that is PR, Q and R is PR, Q and R, the left side is under the column number 5. So PR, Q and R. So we have to see under the column number 5, and as well as, so here right hand side PRQ and PRR. So PRQ and PRR is under the column number 8. So we have to see these two, that is column number 5 and as well as the column number 8. So here, in case if the truth values of the two statements, that is the left hand side PRQ and R and as well as the PRQ and P and R are of similar, then the two statements are left hand side and right hand side are said to be similar or identical. So here it is of under the condition or under the column number 5, it is of T, that are of 5 T's and 3 F's. Then here I say on the 8th column there are of 5 T's and the remaining are of F. So from this it is clear that the truth values of the statement that is PR, Q and R and as well as the truth values of the statement that is PRQ and P and R are similar. Therefore, the two statements, that is LHS and RHS, are identical. Whereas in the next logical step, so here by observing the columns 5 and as well as 8, so here it is clear that the truth values are similar, hence so here they are of identical, hence PR, Q and R is identically equal to PRQ and PRR. So here hence it is proved.